the stress that's coming up for you is coming up to leave you.
We're living in really turbulent times. As someone who has been in service, supporting others for so many years, where do you see it being our responsibility and what we can do to heal ourselves and on a greater scale, hope to heal the world?
I think you just nailed it down when you said our responsibility and heal ourselves. That's what we can do. This is such a big topic.
It's a loaded topic.
Yeah. The first thing I want to say is the universe isn't torturing us. The universe loves us. It
Mm.
enlightens us through trauma and emotional pain and stress. We just haven't figured out how to play the game yet. Here's the game. All right. Like if you turn on the news or you hear things going on in your life and it feels like the universe has this big screwdriver and it's just like ratcheting down on you and you just get more stressed and more stressed and more stressed. The problem is we're in a catch-22. When that stress hits our brain, our ego holds on to it. It says, I'm so stressed. I'm so sad. I'm so angry. Every time you say that, human beings are manifesting machines. The subconscious, to me, is completely aligned with the universe. When we say, I'm so sad, the universe is listening to us and obeying every thought with like a platoon of soldiers and workers that carry out your thoughts. So the universe is actually pushing us to mature how we think and speak, to focus on what we want, to be grateful for what we want so that it starts to unfold in our field. It's almost like this, like how mushrooms can just show up in the back of your yard. You're like, how did that get there? Right? Like a little patch will come up, right? Like I didn't plant it. It just pops up. And that's how the things that we manifest pop up. The problem is this. Every thought and emotion is throwing paint on the canvas of the next moment. So when you say, I'm so upset, I'm sad, I'm angry, or you're watching the news and you're like, how dare those people? And you're blaming them, you're creating another moment of all that angst. So unplug the TV, unplug yourself from the stuff that is not in your immediate field. What is in your immediate field is what the universe wants for you. So look around where you're watching this podcast. That's what the universe wants for you. If you're going to plug into the news, now you're plugging into someone else's karma. And because we have a body and we're connected to through the field, we're going to feel it all. Okay. But if you weren't born in that neighborhood, in that part of the world, that was not your soul's karma to be ingesting. Okay. Now, what we can do as a responsible citizen of the world is to embrace our stress, right? Right where you feel the universe is ratcheting it down on you, embrace it with the touch, your breath, express all your feelings, command your higher power to shine light through it, to unlock it and release it and melt it down from the inside out. When we do that, we're creating new space inside the body, emotionally and mentally, to call in our own divine essence, the true you, the real me, and the real you, right? And that's when we could start making decisions from the higher faculties of who we truly are in this field. And that's when you're creating a better world. Think about the times when somebody walked by you if you were having a bad day. I want to bring up this woman from our last retreat at Kripalu. She was going through an awful experience in the mental health field with a family member, right? And she was just down. She was walking across the street in New York City, going into the hospital, and a homeless man was walking towards her. And he just said, "Hey, elevate, baby, elevate," with a big smile on his face. And she was like, whoa. They kept on walking and she turned around and he was looking at her and she said, "Elevate, baby, elevate." And even when she says this story, her energy blows up like a helium balloon. So we have to just remember how much a twinkle in the eye, how much a gentle smile, or just an open heart affects those around us. If we're in line at the checkout counter, if we're pumping gas, it's understanding that we're all energy. And when we see somebody that might be having a bad day, you might not have to say anything, but just knowing that there's love coming through you. And that is how we increase the unconditional love in the fabric of the universe here, by opening up our hearts. So if we could become conscious of when our hearts are closed and open, right? And then start to choose to open our heart when it's closed, We are doing humanity a divine service, a divine service. And I know many of us are like called to go protest and things like that. Personally, I'm in a place where I understand that calling. I did go to protests when I was younger, but there's friction. And what I want to do is love all the friction inside my soul so I can fulfill my soul's purpose. Because when I'm in a state of friction, I am disconnected from my soul's purpose. When my heart is open, now the universe can use me as a special agent of unconditional love to let my gifts come through. And I want to end it on that.